You know what? You brought up email marketing. That's a good transition into the next question. Because I know when I was looking at your website, you do offer some services in regard to email marketing. I would ask, like, in what way do you feel like what's some of the mistakes that you see like companies making all the time in regards to their email marketing, and what advice would you want to give to people on how they can improve that?
Sure. I mean, the easiest one is deliverability, which is like the least sexiest one, right? No one wants to sell vegetables. But like, look, at the time of this recording, we're coming up on Black Friday 2023, right? Black Friday tends to be a weekend or a week, depending on your time frame, that generates more money than 3-4 months combined. It's the most competitive time in someone's inbox. You have a lot of people that are offering a lot of sales, and it's like, oh my gosh, you're overwhelmed. But it means nothing if you've got a really great so I always dial everything to like a sexy offer for an obvious audience. It doesn't matter if you have a really sexy offer for an obvious audience if your audience can't read it. And what I mean by read it is it's not delivered to them. They end up in the spam inbox, or it just doesn't even get sent because it's a soft or hard bones.
Or promotion.
Deliverability is the biggest mistake that I see people, brands of all sizes. I'm talking like 8-figure brands, not focusing on deliverability. I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah, there's a lot. My promotions tab in my Gmail it fills up faster than my normal emails.
Sure.
And a lot of them I haven't actually manually moved over there. They just ended up there.
Yep. Because Google has 3,000 different data trigger points on you for every day that you interact with any website. They can know and understand what you're looking for and what you're consuming. And it's not even just like ending up in promotions tab. Being in promotions tabs, it's still 1,000 times better than being in spam. So like people don't set up designated sending domains. And what I mean by that is if you do like mail.mongoosemedia.us. So my email, like Alan mine, is lauren@mongoosemedia.us. If you're emailing me because you're like inquiring about something or I'm following up to a client, if we don't have a mail.mongoosemedia.us, any emails that get flagged or reported as spam at mongoosemedia.us impacts my and my team's emails. So it might even be like work emails aren't going through. So I've seen just a lot of people not set up a designated sending domain, not establish their DKIM and SPF records. And I know I'm sounding a lot of technical stuff, but if you're looking for a side hustle and you want to get into the email space, deliverability is like not competitive. There aren't people that want to go into it. Everyone wants to be an email copywriter. No one wants to do the email technical stuff. And
yeah, that's a good point.
The way that like policy is going. So if you track, which is what we do a lot, we'll track and see which laws are changing to know like the way that the public is leaning towards marketing laws. And the way I say this, and forgive me if this sounds boring, if this sounds remotely interesting to you, like you're my people, like I totally get you and I geek out about this stuff. If not, bear with me, it's worth the cause. There are 6 states in the United States that if you have over 100,000 customers from, you have to do a double opt-in. If you don't, you're legally non-compliant with those state laws. That was one state like a year ago. So it's just showing that the US, there are more states because we have federal and statewide. States are saying, if you're going to email me, you need to confirm for sure that I opted in by doing that double opt-in. And that has parity or mirrors with what's happening in the UK and Europe. So there you have to, GDPR requires the double opt-in. What does that mean? Elijah, you sign up for mongoosemedia.us. You're like, oh, I want to know the newsletter. The first email you get is like, awesome, you signed up, but you're not on the list until you acknowledge, yes, I want to be on this list. By not doing a double opt-in, you'll get way more engagement and way more open rates, but you're going to have less quality. And when you do that double opt-in, you actually improve your deliverability rate. So it's like this immediate loss, but long-term gain. But anyway, sorry. If you pay attention to those things, deliverability is going to matter. Understanding what the way policy is leaning, like we're coming in an election year, which means a lot can change. If you're looking to go into email marketing as a side hustle and you are prepared to understand what a presidential year can mean to businesses that do email marketing, you are going to sweep up so much money because brand owners aren't paying attention to that. So if you niche down and say like, hey, here's what's going to happen with the presidential change and what is going to make you legally non-compliant, you're going to be the hottest commodity of like, oh my gosh, please protect my business because I didn't buy the business insurance Lauren talked about earlier.
Well, hey, audience, Lauren just gave you a golden nugget, and that's an opportunity. If willing to put in the work, there's money there. And specifically what you talked about, I've seen businesses auto confirm, which is the worst thing you could do. So instead of doing the double opt-in, a lot of email providers have the option for you to just auto confirm, and then you can keep sending. And then I think that's the worst thing you can do. I didn't actually know about what you said as far as the laws, so that just adds on to what I'm about to say. But if you auto opt-in people, your open rates usually tank, your conversions usually tank, and then once they get too low, deliverability, like you were talking about, you'll get to a point to where if those metrics are too low, you're going to end up in people's spam by default because Google's looking at all that data. Like, oh, you have like a 1.5 open rate. Like, you're probably spamming. So that's where we're going to send your stuff.
Yep. If they even send it. Like when I'm talking about soft bounce or hard bounce, they're like, no, you cannot pass go. You cannot collect $200 like Gandalf in this space. Or they're like, nope, no emails are being delivered whatsoever. Like if there was a rule of thumb for email marketing, I would say the first and foremost important thing is every single person who signs up for your email list gets emailed right away, period. End of statement. Every single person that signs up gets an email. Second, you pay attention and make sure that every person who is supposed to get an email can actually get an email.
Sup everyone, y'all just watched a clip from one of the episodes of the Side Hustler Society podcast. If you want to check out the full episode, you can click on the link in the description right now or click on the video that's showing in the end screen. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and hit that bell notification if you want to be notified when another episode drops, and a thumbs up on this video is very much appreciated. I'll catch you in the next one.